Hi friends, I'm Megan.
And I am Jessie. Megan, I'm so excited. I had my first T-ball game tonight.
That's so exciting, Jessie. I noticed you have your equipment with you.
What?
Your equipment. Your hat and your ball and your bat and glove. Those are some of the things you need so you can play ball tonight.
Yeah, the only thing I'm missing is the most important part. Snacks.
The Bible also talks about equipment that we need as Christians. It's called the armor of God.
Armor? Like what a knight or a soldier wears?
Sort of, Jessie. Paul wrote a letter to the people in Ephesus who believed in Jesus because he wanted them to be strong. He told them that following Jesus was like fighting a battle and that God would give them everything they need to win. Listen closely to learn more about the armor of God. Paul was sitting in prison. Being a Christian was not an easy life. Paul wrote a letter to the people in Ephesus who believed in Jesus because he wanted them to be strong. Paul said that following Jesus is like fighting a battle, good against evil. God gives people who believe in Jesus everything they need to fight against evil. Put on the armor of God, he said. Be ready. Paul said, truth is like a belt. We know what is true because God tells us about himself in his word, the Bible. Paul also said, righteousness is like armor on your chest. God gives us righteousness when we trust in Jesus. Then Paul said, be ready with the gospel, like sandals on your feet. We must always be ready to tell others the good news about Jesus. Paul said, take faith with you everywhere you go. Faith is like a shield. It will protect you. The devil wants us to doubt God or believe what is not true, but God gives us faith to help us trust in him. Paul added, salvation is like your helmet, and God's word is like your sword. A helmet protects your head. We should remember that God has saved us, and God's word tells us what is true. Finally, Paul said, pray. Pray for God's people and pray for me. Pray that God will help me when I tell others about Jesus. Jesus won the war against evil when he died on the cross and rose from the dead. God gives us what we need to be strong against evil. We fight against sin each day, remembering that Jesus already won for us.